Hello and welcome to the F1 24 track guide and Hotlap series. This is the series where I show you guys how to go faster at each circuit, how to tackle the corners at all of the 24 circuits on the F1 2024 game. Today's Hotlap is around the 4.3 Ks of the Hungaroring, a nice short circuit, one that you can very easily lose your lap time to track limits as well. We'll go for a nice slow guide lap, and at the end of the video there will be a push lap to show you guys the full circuit. Alrighty, the Hungaroring. Fairly short circuit, working away along the straight, shift up through the gears. You'll be in 8th gear in qualifying, edging close to 7th, or edging close to 8th come the race. Braking point is around about the 100 metre board. You'll be right on it in qualifying, but a lot earlier than that for the race. Shift down through the gears. This is a 3rd gear corner. I reckon it's a 3rd gear. Carry the mid-corner speed. It's not the tightest of hairpins, so just carry all the mid-corner speed. Don't use too much of the curb on the outside. DRS enabled. It's a fairly short DRS zone. Really, you want to make the move into turn 1, to be perfectly honest. That's where you want to make your move very swiftly. Braking point is around about here. It's not a heavy braking zone. In fact, you're actually carrying the brake most of the way around turn 3 here. So just hug that inside line as long as you can. Get up, just get to 100% throttle as quickly as possible. Shift up through the gears. Hit 6th gear as you touch the curb on the outside. Yeah, use a bit of that curb. You definitely don't want to be going all the way over that curb on the outside or on the exit. Heading up to the mid-sector now. Your braking point, it's a short braking zone. You want to be about 100 brake pressure quickly just to get the car turned up. And as you look at the top left hand corner, that LED board, that's going to be your braking point for the very fast left hander. As the curve is starting to continues off to the right, that's where your turning point is going to be. Don't take all the curb on the inside, so don't take absolutely all of it because it'll make the car unstable. So I'll just reverse. So definitely don't use all of that curb. So turn in as late as you can and basically just hit that apex, use a bit of that curb, let the car slide all the way to the outside, use every inch of the curb, and basically use minimal steering around turn 5 as much as you can. Get to the left as quickly as possible, and your braking point is, I reckon, just before you get to that marshal post. Again, carry the brake all the way around this corner here. It's about a 4th gear corner. You can choose 5th gear. 5th or 4th gear is optional. So just carry the brake, but not too much. About a third of the way around the corner, you want to start applying the throttle. So you want to be about 5th gear as you exit the corner, and basically just stay on the outside of the curb, or just stick to the outside for the whole way around the corner. Braking point just as you get to the curves here. So it's just before the 50 meter board. Don't use too much of that curve. You want to get the car as close to it as you can. If you go up over the curve to try and get a bit more momentum, that's going to hurt you a little bit because the car may not be as stable. Shift down to 3rd. Don't use too much of that curve because the car will be unstable, and try and avoid that big sausage curve on the outside or on both apexes. Exit the corner. Get to the 100 meter board with the car or with the right hand tyres basically on the concrete strip, which is just off of the curbs. That helps you open up the corner for turn 8. Turn in as late as you possibly can, just after the 50 meter board, I'd say. Use a bit of that curb, but definitely don't overuse that. Stay away from the curbs as far right as possible because you'll lose lap time if you go too wide. And just get the car as far left so you can open up the second part of this corner right here. 4th gear or 5th gear for the first part, but definitely shift down to 4th for the second part. I think that's turn 9, that corner is. Shift up through the gears, get around this kink here, about a 6th gear for the this very fast right-hander. 6th gear, it's absolutely flat out. You can get this corner flat out. In previous games, you'd have to lift off a little bit, but you can definitely get through here flat out. Touch the curb on the inside. Use absolutely all the curb as well. Get the car off the curb as quickly as you possibly can, and just work your way. Braking point is just after the 100-meter board, so you'll be shifting down. You'll be hitting as high as 7th gear, but as low as about 3rd gear. This is definitely a 3rd gear corner. This is a curb where you can use the majority of it, so definitely use all of that curb. Carry the mid-corner speed, and have your right or left side tyre just over the edge of the curbs onto the concrete strip here, but definitely don't touch that green stuff or the green turf on the outside. Work your way down. No real braking point. Maybe just after the bridge, I'd say, but definitely don't too much. There is a bump as you go downhill, so you want to be wary of that bump because it'll make the car unstable, and this is where you can lose your lap if your car's not stable. Hug the curb. This is about a 2nd gear corner. As you're about 3/4 of the way around, shift up to 3rd. Cross under the bridge. Don't use too much of the curb. That's almost a guide, to be perfectly honest. Get the car over to the right. The LED board on your left, or just reverse. LED board right there next to the lap timer. That'll be your braking point. Not a heavy braking zone. Just gently dab your brakes, just to pull the car up and work your way around. The last corner, about a 4th gear corner. Short shift to 5th as you exit, and use all the curb. Use the grey strip as well. Get back on as you get to the green AstroTurf, and that is a lap of the Hungaroring. Fairly short lap. Very easy to get wrong. There's a few places where you will lose out to track limits. So that's the guide of the Hungaroring. Let's go for a nice fast push lap. And that is a hot lap of the Hungarian GP circuit. If that really helped you guys wanting to get faster at this circuit, then stick around for more F124 track guide and hot lap series on this YouTube channel. The next one will be the very next weekend in Belgium, along with more hot lap and track guides very, very soon at the other circuits that we haven't been to yet, and ones that are still upcoming. Stick around for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy your Hungarian GP weekend, and until the next track guide video, I'll see you next time.